Have you ever watched a pro guitarist hear a song just once and then just start playing it? No tabs, no chord charts, no guessing. It looks like magic. But here's the truth. They're not guessing, and it's not that they're particularly gifted. Those pro guitarists, they're following a system. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how the pros figure out any song by ear, step by step, so you can do it too. But how do you even start with such a big task like that? You have to internalize the song using your ear first. So you listen to the melody and you learn how it goes. And this is before you start playing it on the guitar. I mean, listen to it enough times that you can sing it or hum it by heart without having to have the original song playing. If the song has lyrics, learn them as well, because that'll give you additional emotional context for what the song is trying to convey. Make sure you can recall it accurately without having to hear the original song. So make sure that every note is understood as it's supposed to be. You have to listen for what it is, not for what you want it to be. And once you have the melody down, you need to understand the rhythm as well. What time is the song in? What rhythm is this song based on? What rhythm is the melody using? What's the harmonic rhythm? How often do the chords play in a given bar or measure? What's the energy of the rhythm? Is the song a really aggressive rock song? Is it a mellow jazz tune? It's very important for you to identify all those things as you hear the song, so that when you interpret it later on, it becomes part of what you're doing on your instrument. Now that's step one, and that's where most guitarists stop. But if you want to work out the song like a real pro, here's what you gotta do. Once you have an idea of how the song goes, you'll want to decode the system. And by that, I mean understanding the tonality and the harmony that goes along with it. So you identify the key. And this is where some knowledge of harmony can really become your superpower when figuring out any song. Identifying the key of a song can be so useful if you have at least a basic knowledge of harmony, because if you can identify the key that you're in, you can also identify the scale degrees and the chords that inhabit them. For example, if you have a little bit of knowledge in harmony, then you know how the major scale is organized. You'll know that the first chord in the major scale, if you harmonize it, it's going to be a major 7th chord. The second one's going to be a minor 7th chord. Same for the third. The fourth will be another major 7 chord, the 5th will be a dominant, 6th will be a minor 7 chord, and the 7th degree will be a minor 7 flat 5. And the thing is that a majority of the music that you already hear and probably are a fan of use this system. So again, if you know what key you're in and you know a bit of harmony, you know what the scale degrees are, and by consequence you know what the chords are that inhibit that key. And it's kind of like having a shortcut for figuring out any song. But now that you have the foundation, how do we make that actionable and practical? Well, you map it to the fretboard. In other words, you work out the theory so that you can get to the execution, or the practical part of this process. So you learn the melody of the song first in its original octave, but once you have that down, you can use the cage system to learn it across the entire neck. That's super useful, so you can see in different octaves and in different places on the neck. And again, if you have a little bit of knowledge in harmony, and music theory, then you can also figure out what scale that melody is using, which is invaluable, because that will also help you understand the chords and the harmony on a deeper level, especially if this is a song that you want to improvise or jam over. If the melody is using a certain scale, then when you're improvising, it'll be a great idea to also use that scale. So let's say, for example, that you have a melody that starts in the major scale, but then it kind of switches to the minor scale, or switches to some other weird funky scale. Well, once you're improvising, you can do the same thing when you're improvising and follow that blueprint of the scales that they're using once you're jamming on top of that. And it'll make you way more intentional if you're jamming on that song. And when you're mapping the song to the fretboard, understanding the chords on a deeper level also becomes a priority. But if you're using something like the cage system, it becomes very possible and accessible to do so. And when figuring out the chords by ear, a great first step is to follow the bass, because most often the harmony of the song and the chords in the song, they're gonna be following the bass. Most times the bass is doing the root note. So that helps a lot in figuring out those chords. And although it's not 100% of the time, it does give you a good first step when figuring out those chords by ear. Now, the power of harmony that we discussed earlier will give you a shortcut for figuring out these chords by ear. If you study a bit of harmony, you'll understand how chords sound and the way that they're built. For example, you'll know that in a major chord, the third of the chord is the one that gives it the color. And if you lower it by half a step, you'll have a minor chord. Just like that really help when figuring out the chords by ear. But not just that, harmony helps us identify the patterns and tendencies in the most common chord progressions, because many other songs also use those common chord progressions. So for example, something so simple as a 2-5-1. A lot of songs use that. Same thing for a simple 1-4-5. Whether that be major or minor. Learning and understanding that those chord progressions are patterns that are used very commonly in music will give you a quick shortcut when figuring out a lot of songs. And having knowledge of the case system helps us look at those patterns and common chord progressions all across the neck. Thanks to the case system, I can do the 1-4-5 that I just did over here. Or over here, for example. And anywhere on the neck if I choose so, or any string set if I want. And combining all these things, your knowledge of the fretboard with your knowledge of harmony, over time your ear will build that foundation and figuring out songs will become way more second nature. So figuring out songs is not about having perfect pitch. It's about internalizing the melody, understanding the rhythm, identifying the key and the harmony, and mapping everything logically across the fretboard. When you approach songs this way, you stop guessing and you start recognizing patterns. And once you start recognizing patterns, your ear improves fast. Now, if you like to go deeper with this and you like help understanding how the pros connect scales and harmony across the neck, I've put together a free PDF called 3 Steps to Fretboard Mastery, where I dive deep into how to see and connect all these shapes and scales and chords all throughout the entire neck of the guitar using the case system. If you're interested in that, head over to the link in the description below to check it out. And I'd love to know, what's a song that you've always wanted to figure out by ear? Drop it in the comments below and let's start a discussion. And until next time, keep practicing.